Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the study. I hope you're well. Obviously, I was going to try and say I'm wearing this and get that out for you, but I think it's already sold out, which is mental. So that was obviously a very successful project. Whoever popped that one together, well done. Welcome. This isn't going to be very long. I continue my testing on my video channels. We're recording the On the Ball podcast tonight, as we do most weeks. So, or we will until the summer. We're going to have a bit of a break during the summer. But I figured what might be nice would be to have a chat before the pod. You can ask me some questions. We can maybe figure out anything you want to be brought up in the pod, or you can just ask me some questions and I'll answer them here. And we can have a little chat. Not for very long. And admittedly, I've left this a little bit late to sort out. So normally we'd probably do it closer to 7:30. It'd probably be 10, 15 minutes max. And what I'd probably try and do, because this is called the Green Room, or it is when I correct the edit, the title from Green Rood. So I guess going forwards, I'll get, the On the Ball podcast regulars to come on here. So here we got Ben Mounter, Steve Sanders, obviously NCFC Numbers, Dan Brigham, John Rogers, Stu Hodge, if he's free, which I know he is tonight because he's on the pod, and just have a pre-pod chat, which might bring you in a little bit to maybe see some of the scene setting before we actually get on and stuck into the podcast each week. So, it's a green room, but on video. It will just be me, though, because A, I'm a bit late tonight. B, it's the first time I've done it, and I only came up with the idea this morning. And C, I haven't had a chance to organise anything. So it'll just be me, but I hope you like the concept. Get any questions in if you want. I'll just do a few minutes. And maybe this is something we can do going forwards. It's Bank Holiday Monday next week, isn't it? We've only got 2 games, so I think we've probably only got 2 more On the Ball podcasts before the season is done. We're going to take the summer off. Got the Euros and plenty of other things to look forward to, of course. But so if it sticks, then now we can do it. And obviously I can, now I've got my hands on some video stuff. I can do these videos whenever. But, I probably would have done it sooner, but I was completely put off the idea of streaming by the TNC boys, who just went full for leather, obviously, for 24 hours on Saturday. They are an inspiration to us all. What an incredible job they did and how much money they raised was phenomenal. I'll just go through some of your questions then if I can. As I said, I probably will be done because I'm actually keeping the guests waiting to do this. But I just wanted to try it out. Hodgie sent me a message. So he's glad that the pod is going to be a 10-minute delay on recording it. So that's good. Hodgie will be on. I have a feeling he's probably going to try and do some vlogging, but that is absolutely fine. That's partly why he'll be there. And I'm as interested as you are as to what his new project is going to be and what it'll look like. Hodge on Nodge. I'm sure it'll be awesome. So that's really exciting. It'll be great to have Hodgie on, as it always is. So if there's anything you want to ask him, let us know and I'll try and post it to him if I remember. I've just about done the script, although I've realized that on my little puns I like to start off with, I've not filled them in yet. So I'm completely underprepared tonight, but not as much as last week when I literally didn't get to write the script. The other guest is Fionn Thomas tonight, which is excellent because she is lovely and brilliant and knowledgeable. So that will be great too. So me, Hodgie, and Fionn on the pod this evening. We'll be recording in about 10 minutes. Not live on here, but you'll be able to hear the pod. It will go live some point tomorrow, of course. It'll be nice not to have some midweek games that will age it maybe before it needs to. So you got some nice messages here. Hello, Jeff. There's one for you back. Hope you're well. Chris, did you fix your phone? No, is the answer. I mean, I have to say, it was dramatic effect. It isn't actually broken. It's just the case. Oh, there's a picture of my boys there. But where's that? There's it. So it's more that I cracked the screen protector, but obviously now I can't see that bit of the screen, so I do need to change it. I did that while I was trying to balance the phone in the car window, and it fell out because I was trying to work out how to play a melodica and do some live streaming, and kind of messed up the start of my little stint with the TNC boys, but it was still good fun. So no, but I will get a new screen protector, and thank you for asking, Chris. It's very considerate of you. Darren, yeah, sort of. I reckon we'll do it before each podcast. I think we'll try and get the guys to come and join. So that will be the plan. Hello, Docker Paul. You've done an Ed Balls there and popped your name. That's good. Do you want to know? Can I still? I wonder if I can still. You don't have to appreciate. I got back from QPR and I tried to. And so when I got back and I was writing, I also had to try and remember how to or work out how to play it. I hadn't ever tried before. Yep, still remember it. So there we go. My boys are asleep, so a slightly toned down version. Yeah, I think we may not talk about Alex Tettey tonight. No one's admitting anything, but I think you get to this point, if people haven't spoken about it, it does seem like the writing's on the wall. Bit of a shame with Alex, like cultural architects and all that. I would have thought he might have been worth keeping on, but there we go. But it is indeed Shaney. Sad to see. Jamie, any players realistically you'd like us to sign? I've not had a chance to think about it yet, to be honest. And there are obviously loads out there. And we're seeing loads of speculation trickling through, which is something I'm definitely not going to talk about on the pod. Likewise, Carl, no updates from what I can see on anything definitive, but I know they're working on it, and they will work. They have been working on it for a while, but obviously working on it quite hard since they knew which division they'd be in, which they of course do now. No, a big John, are you on tonight? If you want to be John, open invitation any night you want to. If you're not, why are you watching me? Love you, John. Simon, am I on Carrow Road CCTV? Probably. I'm just hoping I don't get a parking ticket. But if I do get a parking ticket, I am so making an example of that, because what are you doing? It was for charity, So there we go. Lars, hello from Vikersund. I hope that is, or Vikersund in Norway. This is all good. What do I think of the special kit for the fans? I think it does the job really nicely. And it does look good. I hope some of you have got the chance to get it. So check in. Anything you think we should really discuss on the podcast? I'll take one question from here that we'll take into the podcast. Bear in mind, you've got about 3 minutes to ask it. So pop it in a comment. One question from tonight. I will make sure we ask it on the podcast, or at least discuss it. John Crouch, with the collapse of the ESL, will we see any reforms to football? Wrote a piece on that. There's a piece from all of my colleagues, me included, on the one thing we've changed about football on The Athletic. Give it a read. Don't expect any of those to happen. I get very skeptical at this point. Everyone wants introspection and let's change things. Let's make football better. Let's make people pay for their whatever the word is, revolution and recrimination. But I imagine nothing will really change. We'll be a few months down the line and that'll be that. So is my kit going on eBay? No, that would be ridiculous. Absolutely not. And lots of other transfer questions, as I said. There's a few things. I don't think any of it's come entirely from left field, but I think it's too soon to really start nailing down where things are. I don't think anything particularly close, which is where I'd probably say things are at the moment. Season hasn't finished yet, has he? Chris, sorry, I've stopped putting these up, haven't I? I've forgotten that bit. I'm so used to just reading them out. Chris, will he get a testimonial or a testimonial? Testimonial? Yeah, I think that was what I coined months ago. I don't think he really wants one, so I don't think there will be one. No, I mean there'd be some sort of goodbye, I'm sure, if he goes, if it's confirmed. But there we go. Joe Ord, question for the podcast: most underrated player of the season. I like that one. I'm going to write that down. Joe Ord, thank you. Underrated player of the season. And that's from Joe Ord. Thank you, Joe. I'll make sure we ask that. Top work. I'm probably going to cut this off now because, as I said, it was only a quick experiment, but this will be the idea. Monday evenings, I think. I'll try and get some of the guests on so we do a little sort of pre-pod in future. So hopefully that works. Thank you for so many questions in, by the way. There are loads of them. And Shaney, my stance on VAR, I think the issue is with the people running it, and I wish they would communicate better, which may have been the one thing I would change about football right now. So there we go. I think this worked. Lovely to see you all, even for a short stint, but appreciated. We've got about 10 minutes. I reckon we'll do this before each podcast record, if I can get my act together. But now I know it's working. I'm slowly building my confidence with this thing. I think we'll be all right. Have a lovely Monday evening. It's a beautiful sunset in Norwich, which I can see from my window. So that is a delight. I better go and get Theon and Mr. Hodgie for our podcast, which will be on all your usual podcast players. Did I prepare a banner for this? No. Although that's a discount code for The Athletic if you listen to the podcast. There you go. theathletic.com/Norwich pod. perfect in terms of plugging. We'll go do this. We'll go do a record of the pod. You'll be able to listen to it on all your usual podcast players. It is free to listen to for anyone and everyone on your usual podcast players, wherever your normal podcast is that you like listening to. You will also find this one. Go and listen to it if you so wish. If you are a subscriber of The Athletic, you can listen to it without the adverts on The Athletic app. Which I think we're going to be improving in terms of podcasts over the coming weeks and months. So that will be grand. But in that case, and in that done, Hodgie's watching. Next time I'll get you on, Hodgie. I'm just trying to get myself planned in. So there we go. Jeff Wyatt, do we let Cantwell go this summer? No, he's contracted. If someone wants to pay a lot of money for him, they might let him go. I've seen a few things suggesting he's got a new contract lined up. And that's not true either. It's as was at the moment, I think. So there we go. Let us crack on. Oh, here you go. As Hodgie's watching. Hodge, absolute legend. Can't wait to have him on the pod. It'll be great fun, as it will with Theon. Right. That is it. Thank you all for watching. Sorry it was short and swift, but we'll make a bigger deal of it as we go forward. I promise. Make sure you listen to the podcast because that's obviously the point. On the ball. Give it a listen. Until then, I'll see you very soon. We'll probably do a Q&A, wouldn't we? We should do a Q&A. I will do a Q&A at some point this week, probably Friday. In the meantime, have fun. Listen to